an attempt to make it newsworthy and rope in his name, just hoping that in the usual sense, given the past history between ICC and this country and himself, that it will be a big story. But I don't see anything of that sort. First of all, let's not lose sight of the fact that Paul Gicheru actually took himself before the ICC with regards to this particular matter and said he wanted to clear his name because he had been accused. He wasn't arrested, there was anything about extradition. But there was a warrant of arrest. Yes, of course. Yes. But no, I don't think at that point a warrant had been issued against him. There were summons or something. I'm not very clear about what exactly was in place for him, but the long and short of it is that on his own volition, actually, he left the country and went to surrender to ICC and said he wanted to clear his name. I've had occasion to ask him, because this is a gentleman known to me personally, what is this about? He says, I don't want to live my life with people thinking that I did the kind of things that I'm being accused to. And he says, I never paid anybody not to turn up. The whole ICC circus in Kenya is something that is best left to lie somewhere in the shelves, because we all know what actually happened with regards to the whole case about what people are saying, how these witnesses were procured. There have been confessions and counter-confessions about, oh, we procured witnesses trying to fix this side of the political divide or the other. And therefore, it was just not a good experience. In fact, I think in the ICC training manuals of his prosecutors and everything, the Kenyan case will continue to be quoted for the next number of centuries because of the level of misadventure that it turned out to be for them. Because, you know, you come into a country thinking that everybody that you speak to is speaking the gospel truth, but little did they know that this is Kenya. And Kenyans have a way of going about their things, that sometimes actually for money, people can say certain things, and later on for a higher amount, they recant everything that they said. And that didn't leave the ICC looking good before our country. And basically, to the best of my knowledge and my analysis of what I think what happened to ICC, because that's the whole story of what happened in this particular case. And therefore, it's quite unfortunate that it's coming to this now. Trying to say ICC is trying. Actually, it's a face-saving attempt by ICC just to say, because the accusation, remember, the case fell on the basis that the witnesses could not be trusted. Many of the things they were claiming, when they were put through the test of common sense, like the things they used to claim and say, oh, there was a meeting where 3,000 guns were distributed, you know? And when that was put through a logical test and people are being asked, who was there? How can 3,000 guns be issued in someone's compound? You know, most of the things that they alleged failed actually the logical test before an independent court of law. That's why the judges actually dismissed the case. And therefore, right now, this is an attempt by ICC, in my honest opinion, to face save and try and say, no, 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 no. We think our witnesses were credible, but somebody interfered with them or made them. And I think, just like in the main case, they were found not to be credible. Even in this round, they'll still be found to have been people. Briefly, yes. Then we wind up on it.
Yeah, just a brief one. You know, a court case succeeds on evidence. And if the witnesses are not going to testify or have turned to be hostile, which means that from the statements they presented now, they are denying them or have changed their story, then it means this matter is going nowhere. And I don't think we should pick much out of it. We should just let it rest and move on as a country. I don't think we expect much from Gicheru's case in The Hague. Yes.
All right, thank you. And I think it's a good point also to just rest it as well. And we move on to another topic.